So I'm standing just on the road here outside the house. We're in the village of Oryahovo today. It's a beautiful village. We're quite close to the centre. If you can see that yellow building at the end of the road, that's an old government building, and just to the end there and turn right and you're straight into the centre where you've got village shops and cafes, post office, kids park. You can see here lots of space around us. We've got a nice stream that runs down here at the bottom. And yeah, the Rodopis that way. It's a south-facing property. The price is 35,000 lev. That's the starting price on this place, and I think it's going to sell pretty quick. It's ready to move into. It's not been lived in for a while, but it's in pretty good shape. These lovely mulberry trees all along the roadside here, and that's where the house gets its name from. Chernitsa means mulberry in Bulgarian, and there's just so many. And I've been told there's black mulberries, red mulberries, white mulberries. Huge almond tree here as well. Lots of fruit. Nice walnut tree down the bottom here. And on a clear day, you can see the mountains through the bottom of the village there, but not today. And also, just a few minutes walk that way, and you're at the bottom of the village, straight out into the wilderness and the forest. One thing I love about living here, you've got 14 lakes surrounding the village, one right in the centre, one right either side, and yeah, great for fishing. Some of the big ones are nice for swimming in. You can see the house now. It's a very quiet street. It's not like you're not on a main road. People only come down here if they're living down here, and it's a fairly quiet little spot. And in a month's time, when all the leaves come back on the trees, I think it's going to be really private. You can see there's a fair few things growing up the hedges. Grapes there, I think, but it's yeah, it's going to be very private soon. It's a big plot. All the documents are ready. The house is ready to go. I haven't looked at the plans, which is silly because like I said they are ready. I don't know exactly how many square meters it is, but it's a really big plot. I think I'm going to start just by showing you the back garden, because it's only accessible as you come in the gate here and you walk around the back of the house. This is the only way to get to the back garden at the moment. If you can see this fence line on my left, follows it round to that corner and up the wall here. You've got old animal barns there and the outside toilet there, and then the stone wall past it. You can see the whole property is rendered. The roof's in pretty good shape. The guttering needs redoing, and some of this rendering will need redoing, or at least just cleaning off and repainting. You've got some kind of septic system at the back here as well, near where I'm standing at the moment. It was obviously a beautiful garden at one time. You put really nice trees, lots of bulbs, lots of flowers, some hydrangeas down there. Here you've got outside sink, and you've got mains water here, and water meter down there. And nearly every house in this village is able to connect up to free water from a nearby lake. The pipe works outside underneath the ground, and you just have to tap into that and connect off of it. As we came here to look at it today, the house hasn't been there. No one's been here for a while, so a few of the neighbours have popped round and see what we're up to. So while they're in the house having a chat, come and show you this huge plot of land. There's this massive mulberry tree, almond tree I was talking about. You've got plums, looks like quinces, lots of stuff. You've got a well here as well, which you can use for irrigation. That's really full at the minute. So on this side the plot runs up along this wall. I was just saying a second ago how it's interesting. You've got this little square in the corner here, and then this little triangular patch of garden. I was saying how it's just a throwaway patch here in Bulgaria. It's just a nothing space, but in England, just where I'm standing, this is bigger than most people's gardens in the UK, where we're from. This barn closest to me is unfortunately in a bit of a bad way. The roof's long fallen in, but some of the walls are still good. You can rebuild to the same specifications, and it would be quite nice to just keep the back wall if nothing else. And you can see it was a huge barn at one point, if you can see through there. you've got another barn over here and a garage where you can drive in from the road. And again, the garden's going to look a lot bigger if you can clear some of this brambles and overgrowth. So you can drive into the land from this point here. And that there was obviously a garage on the right hand side. This barn's a whole mixture of materials, red brick, granite, mud brick, but it's not in too bad a shape. There's lots more outbuildings, or at least there were, attached to the side of the house, which are going to make a fantastic renovation project. Oh, I just lost my hat on a bramble. So over here, this tree line is the border. And again, it's going to look bigger once you clear into that a little bit. It'll make more sense as I go inside the property. But here you can see where there are barns joining on and running along the side. The back wall is beautifully built, very strong, all solid granite. Here the front wall and the inside wall is mud brick and it's falling down. Again, the roof's long gone. What I'd imagine is building it out, putting a big glass front in there. Like I said, it's south facing and having a large kind of lounge dining area type space. I think it'd be great. You want to see behind there, you've got the back garden that I showed you first, and there's also a little shed here. But you could bring this out as far as you like. I mean, just up to this wall would be great, but if you want to bring it the whole way, you're looking at a really big space. In here as well. Nice old fireplace there at some point. The whole of the outside of the house is also built with local granite, and the inside walls, I think, are probably made of mud brick, as is typically the style in this village. You've got a small bit of subsidence here on this wall that I'm standing closest to, and a little bit of a damp issue. And as always, there's the culprit, guttering, running right down and straight into the corner and the foundations. I think that's probably the most obvious reason why you've got that problem. I'd normally walk along the path, but it's a little bit overgrown there, so I'll turn back through the garden and I'll just quickly show you inside the house. So up a few steps and you're into a really large conservatory area and hallway. You've got 4 rooms coming off. Got nice double glazing on all the windows. Some of the fly screens are going to want replacing, but that's pennies. Nicely tiled. A few jobs to do where it's, it's got old. Some of this could do with regrouting. Could do with a few touch-ups on the plaster to fill in some cracks once you've sorted out the problem outside. Just little things, cosmetic things mostly, on the inside. This is your bedroom. Really nice big rooms, probably 4.5 metres square. Just about all the furniture is included. There's one table that's not. You might see up there as well, it's an alarm system, so the house is alarmed. It's about 30-11 months if you want to continue with that. It's really not necessary if you're living here, but if you're leaving the house for a long period of time, it's always nice to just, peace of mind, just to be safe. Here's your second bedroom or lounge through here. Again, really nice big spacious rooms. Nice high ceilings. Lots of light, got curtains, laminate floor in here. This room has access to a chimney up there, if you can see that, at the top of the screen. Got a few little cracks like this around the door frames, could be wooden lintels above the doors. And here you've got your kitchen, dining room. And that wooden table is the only item that is not included in the sale. And also I'm just noticing now that this red thing disturbing the right side of the screen. My apologies for that. I'm using a gimbal for camera stabilisation to help improve these videos, but I'm still learning to set it up. I've obviously got it slightly in the wrong position today. Through here you've got your bathroom. Got a nice bath, which is pretty rare to find in Bulgaria. Shower above. There's your toilet. And there's your sink. Just behind the door you've got your boiler. That's probably a big 80-litre boiler. And like I said, it's ready to move straight in. The paperwork's ready to go. The house has been rewired. You've got modern fuses up here, which is nice to see. So there you have it. If you have any questions, do leave us a comment down below, or get in touch via Facebook, via Gmail, or through our website. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you very soon in the next video.